If I record many more videos today, the hair is going to get much worse. Hey everyone, my name is Charlie, and today I have my July wrap-up. The first book that I read in July was Mera Magic by Fayers. I decided that I wanted to revisit my children's book after the death of my grandmother was making it too difficult to work on the secret writing project. Naturally, I'm back to the secret writing project, but I reached out to my friend Lily, who sent me some recommendations for children's books, and we decided we were going to buddy read a couple. So the first one we buddy read was this one. This book follows the character of Ava, who is sent to the town of Wise after the death of her father. He used to live there. It is the last place in England to have magic, and so naturally the people there communicate with fairies. There are certain conjurers to get things for the people who are there. Now, Ava goes and she ends up looking through a mirror that is supposedly dead and seeing someone in the fairy world of Unwise, and this begins a bit of a romp, a bit of a humorous tale. Lily guessed quite a major twist early, which I didn't even think about, and then I realised that she was probably definitely right. Personally, I don't think that this is the best children's book in the world, but I do think it might be one of those good, like, early readers books, chapter books to read on one's own as a child, especially if your child is a fan of magic. It is an incredibly fast book to read as an adult. I did see some humour here. Sometimes it did kind of give me a feeling that I got with Paranorman, but it's just the level of humour and fantasy within the book that I would have appreciated just needed to be heightened a bit more. I don't think there was as much focus on character as there should have been. I think that everything was just made quite predictable and focused on a lot of tropes and archetypes in order to tell the story quickly without having your reader think too much. But yes, probably children will get a lot more out of this children's book than I did. Next, I decided to reread Harry Potter because everybody's been doing it, and it is honestly one of the only series that I still go back to. So it was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and I read this quickly. It's not even a day's reading, is it? I was done on. I read this one. I read this on the same day I read Mera Magic, basically. Harry Potter gets sent to a wizarding school, and there is humour. Naturally, I think that a lot of the good things that I build up in these books come from nostalgia, but I'm also one of these people who, upon rereads, is always searching for new things that I might not have noticed before, and once again, I got that here. So, yes, I still recommend this book. I still think that it's a great book for children. I do have... I'll get into this... yeah, I'll say it now. Basically, Anthony Andrews is also rereading these books, and it's different to see someone so much younger than yourself looking at books that you were reading as they were being published, as you were surrounded by all the hype, and also knowing that children's fiction has changed so much since these books came out. So naturally, Anthony is having a lot of different opinions than I would be having, and I'm questioning whether these books were more suitable to their time. And it's one of those great things where I will always have this nostalgia and fondness of these books, no matter what goes on. But I don't know that children nowadays would have the same excitement as I did. Next, I read Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Started it the same day as I read those two books, finished it the next day. This time, someone's going around and petrifying folk, and Harry's getting the blame. And yeah, this is my least favourite of all the books. Still, I enjoy the whole series, and still there's stuff in there, beginnings of stuff that I like to see, but this is the one that I don't really care for. And within these first two books, I've always noticed that Hermione is not as present, so it always gives me the question, was she ever actually intended to be a main character, or was that just something that was brought up because she they wanted a female presence within the books. Next, we have The Stormkeeper's Island by Catherine Doyle, and this is a brilliant children's book. This, if my children's book could be half as good as this, I think I'd be happy, because this book is truly brilliant. It explores Celtic folklore, Celtic mythology. It's set in Ireland. It explores memory magic through the use of candles. And basically, this character of Fionn, his mother is going through some grief, and so he and his sister are sent to stay with their grandfather for the summer. Their grandfather is the stormkeeper of this island, meaning that he has captured memories of all the different various storms throughout the years. However, there is now going to be a new stormkeeper arising, and Fionn doesn't want to be that stormkeeper. He doesn't think he can be that stormkeeper, but he wants to stop another boy from doing so. And so begins a quest through history, through all this different nostalgia, and it's a great thing for me because I understand myself from my own childhood that memories often make a family, and that is what happens within this book. As well as all this magic, the memories of what has gone on before very much impact the story, and it can go back thousands of years, it can go back only a few years, but it is still something that has moulded this family and moulded Fionn into the person he is today, even though it spans back hundreds and hundreds of years. And the fact that Catherine Doyle has managed to accomplish such feats within this work really astounds me, and I look forward to seeing where she goes with her next books. Next, I read Driven by Dane Cobain. He is a booktuber here on, I think his channel's Dane Reads, so basically, me and Dane, or Dane and I, exchanged our books. He got Indisputably Doris, I got Driven. Driven I was most interested in of his books because it is crime fiction and it's bringing the golden age of crime into the modern day, and I was exceptionally fond when I saw the idea. The character of Lightfold and the way he communicates with his new assistant Miley just really made me happy. It gave me such nostalgia for, like I said, about the Paul Temple series. Is it Paul Temple, Peter Temple? I don't know, it was a radio play me and Mum got around to listen to last year, and it seemed very reminiscent of that, and that was why I quite liked seeing it translated into fiction. I liked the mystery, I liked the way it was told. In fact, I think I said at the time, this is what I wish the Robert Galbraith books had been. I'm not talking about it much because I do have a full review that I will link in the description, so please go and check that out, and also check out Dane's channel, and if you fancy that book or any of his other books, then I'm sure you'll be able to find him on Amazon, but if not, I'll try and find a link for you. Next, I have History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. Did not like this book as much as some people might believe. I buddy read this with Anthony Andrews, and we're really going to have to struggle to find a book that we're both going to like. We're now reading Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, not together, this isn't a buddy read, this one. But this is my favourite book in the series. He's finding parts boring, and I'm just there like, when are we going to find a book that we actually agree on? I mean, it's great. It's one of those things that I really enjoy. Like, me and my friend Lindsay, I don't think there are many books that we ever actually agree on. We are constantly disputing things. Same thing with me and my friend Lily. And it's a great thing to debate about books. But I do have a full review of this book, if you want to go and check that out. Did not like it. Next, we have Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, which, although, you know, it makes it into my top 5 of 7 books, basically this time, I do actually prefer this book to some because there is more of a mystery element that I actually really enjoy, and also you can just see the beginnings of what Rowling is getting at with this story. I think that this is really the ending of so much within this book. There are some more things wrapped up, but also the beginnings of some more mysteries, and it's the first one where the villain actually doesn't... it's the first one where not everything is wrapped up as nicely as you would imagine. That's what I should say about that one. But, yeah. They always have a nice place in my heart, whether or not other people enjoy them. I don't care. Next, My friend Liz sent me this book for my birthday because she knows that I have a fondness for Lilo and Stitch the film. And that is Stitch, by a manga by Yumi Tsukirino. And yeah, basically, Stitch isn't in Hawaii anymore, he's in Japan, and I didn't like it. Basically, it reminded me of Super Pig, the anime that was on when I was younger. That I think they showed one episode translated and never showed anymore, in which this girl is trying to amp up her good luck in order to achieve something, which is what Stitch is trying to do here, but it just doesn't work for me. And I shan't be reading any more of the volumes, but I'm appreciative of the gift. Them's the books. If you've read any of these books and wish to comment on them, please feel free to do so in the comments. I hope you got something out of this video. And until next time, that is all.